What time? Okay.
Already?
That would, yeah.
Yeah.
Or how high are you here?
Oh, it is not 30. I think
Yeah.
we all
We might be there.
did.
Good morning, everyone. Raise your hand if you can hear me. All right, all right. Good morning. I'm Leslie Whitty. Brian had a meeting, so I will be leading our partner meeting this morning. Very happy to have everyone here with us. If you're here in person, make sure you fill out the sign-in sheet. I'm going to be attempting to maneuver. I'm not anywhere nearly as smooth as Mr. Becker. So please forgive me. So beginning with introductions, please type your first and last name and your, what does that say? And your employer in the chat. So we can start with that, and then we'll also do that. We'll begin in this room. Again, first and last name and employer. We've got a pretty big agenda, so we will limit it to those items only. So we'll start over in that corner with Bill.
Oh, hey, I'm Bill Sandell. I'm with the Office of Employer and Apprenticeship Service, and yeah, I'm here to help out any way I can.
Hi, I'm Shannon Gotke with Career Team.
Hello, good morning. My name is Ana San Cristoforo, New American Workforce Navigator for South Central Workforce Board.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Calvert with South Central Workforce Development Board.
I'm Kent Johnson, Director of Military Student Services at WKU.
Tony Gramando with the state of Kentucky and JVSG program.
I'm Danielle Rice, and I'm with Family Programs with the Kentucky National Guard.
Okay, Jake Brown, Career Team.
Okay, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
County Literacy.
Alan Swords with the Workforce Board.
And Leslie Whitty with the Workforce Board. So I was trying to adjust the screen and we were having some technical issues, but I digress. So those of you who are online, I will just go through the lineup as best as I can see. Brian,
Hi, I'm Brian Cawley. I'm with Volunteers of America Veteran Services.
Priscilla,
Priscilla Schwartz, Passport Health Plan by Molina Healthcare, the Medicaid side.
and somebody is riding their Harley into the meeting, and we appreciate their dedication. Miss Laura Torres,
Good morning, Laura Torres with Commonwealth Coders.
Denise,
Denise McDonald with Logan County Good Samaritan.
Miss Sarah Russell,
Good morning, Sarah Russell with Audubon Area Community Services.
Elizabeth,
Good morning, I'm Elizabeth Robinson. I am with Job Corps / Jackson Pierce.
Mr. Matt Bacon,
Matt Bacon, Career Team.
Bianca,
Bianca Wilson, Career Team.
Hannah,
Hannah Kiefer with Department of Corrections and Division of Reentry.
Okemia,
Okemia Williams with Job Corps with Jackson and Pierce.
all right. Deronda, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, I'm Deronda Hawthorne with the South Central Workforce Development Board.
Awesome. I see Miss Debbie Helton.
Hi there. How you doing, Leslie?
I'm good. So Debbie, if you could just tell everybody who you're with.
Okay. I work with Tammy McCory and Live the Proof in Franklin, Kentucky. And the purpose of Live the Proof is to make sure that those that are experiencing homelessness have food to eat, access to showers, and laundry, and a way to get out of the weather. We've got a drop-in center, and Tammy's working really hard to provide overnight for them right now because it's getting cold.
Very good.
So he's really busy.
Understandably so. All right, Paula.
Good morning. My name is Paula Brooks and I'm with the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation.
Miss Amy Thomas.
Hi, I'm Amy Thomas. I'm the teacher, instructor, and college and career navigator for Butler County Adult Ed and our Butler County Jail.
Awesome. And this is one of the rare times that you aren't on the road, Amy. So it's so good to see your face.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see, Jacob.
Good morning, everyone. Jacob McAndrews with the Kentucky Chamber Foundation.
And Charles Botts.
Morning, everyone. Charles Botts, Career Team OSO Division. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Is there anyone who perhaps missed? Oh, Jessica, did you introduce yourself earlier? Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. All right. So with that, we will dive in. Very happy to have everyone again. Let me minimize this window. So breaking news. This is the part of the meeting where we share important events, important news. Please don't be shy. Let us know what is happening, what you would like to share with everyone.
There you go. We now have active a new website for the State Workforce Services, and it's kyworks.ky.gov. So if you want to go there, and you can check out all the different employer related stuff that any employer would want to know about anything with the state. So check it out. You know, get your feedback and opinions. If you see something wrong, let us know. You know, we just launched it recently, so we're still working out all the bugs and kinks and things like that. So
Bill, is that part of a broader rebranding? Is KY Works going to be coming out?
no, that's the one we tried to find a neutral just web address that was the easy to remember. So, but it's no, it's not. As far as I know, it's.
And so that is a place mainly where we can find resources. Okay.
Resources, information about all manner of workforce services and employer services. So that's state level. So
okay, very good. So that it sounds like to me that's something we should probably add like a link to on our website as well.
Good, yes, that'd be great. So. And it's not a government looking website. It's actually, there's graphics and video and all kind of looks really fancy. So we try to make it as visually appealing as possible.
Very good. Who else?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jake Brown. As I mentioned, I'm a business service representative for Career Team in the Workforce Board. I wanted to make everyone aware of our upcoming Talent Tuesday event. I think most people are aware of that event. For those who don't know, we do pick a different county in our 10-county region every month, and we do a career fair there. So we invite local companies to meet local job seekers there. And so this month we've decided on Allen County. So we'll be in Allen County on November 8th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we can share that flyer with you if Frank has not already done so. And we'll be in the Washington Center building, which is right on the square. So it'll be on election day. So hopefully we'll find lots of people to come to that event. But again, if you can share that flyer within your building and with your communications, we'd really appreciate that. And of course, if you know any job seekers who are interested in a job, that'd be the perfect place for them to go on November 8th. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or my counterpart, Bianca, who's also on our team and in the chat today.
And we're going to be sharing sharing graphics of those events and other upcoming job fairs in just a moment. But one of the biggest things that you can do to help spread the word about job fairs is sharing on social media. If you see a post, I try to say this in as nice a way as I can. Likes don't really help us. On a personal level, if someone likes a picture that I post personally, then that makes me feel good. For events that we want people to know about, shares, that's where it's at. So share, and we'll get to those graphics in just a moment as well. And word on the street is there may be somebody spinning a sign along with, all the people that are holding up signs, vote for so-and-so. Somebody may be out spinning a job fair sign.
Be the algorithm you want to see.
So,
All right, anything else?
yeah, it's Ana San Cristobal. We will have the first New American Job and Education First. This will be in November 17th in Holy Spirit Catholic Church. It's a really great event for us. Apply 20 different employers, and we have to select 15 according to the New American Triangle criteria. And additionally, will be present 14 different organizations that support a New American. So it's really, we are working very hard inside of the different communities. We are working with the community leader, is Hispanic community, African community, Arabic, Afghan, Burmese, and Bosnian communities. So I really invite all of you to participate at this event. This will be very impressive for us and for our community, it's for employers and for the community.
The only other thing that I would add, we have added a new tab to our website. We have not done a lot of promotion with it yet, as we're still working out a few minor tweaks. But if you go to the board website, there is now a tab for trainings. And what we are doing is trying to compile short-term trainings in the region, a place where people can go to search for short-term trainings such as CDL. It could be, pretty much anything that would be covered by WIOA. We're trying to start compiling that. Once the site, once the page is free from a couple annoying little things that we can't quite figure out, we'll really begin promoting that. But there is a place where partners can submit short-term training to the page itself. So that's something that we're really excited about.
Leslie, we're going to be having a resource fair kind of targeting the homeless, where our office is located here in the Fairview Shopping Center. We see lots of homeless. We'll be having that on Wednesday, November the 23rd, right before Thanksgiving. United Way, Goodwill, Health Department will be doing vaccines. That will be from 11 to 2 here at the Passport One Stop.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Priscilla. And Bill, did you have something else?
I have one more thing, my apologies. On November 14th is the beginning of National Apprenticeship Week. So it's a big thing every year. It happens in November, and the governor is going to make an announcement about that. If you don't know about apprenticeship, it is a tremendous opportunity for individuals for upskilling and to create a career. Rather than just getting a job, it's a way for someone who has no skills to be trained up and to do a really good job and make really good money. So we want to promote it as the way of the future for folks with careers.
Very good. And we'll give time at the very end of the meeting as well. If you think of something at the very end, breaking news, if it's breaking news, it happens when it happens. So we can throw that in at the end of the meeting as well. All right. As Jake mentioned, Talent Tuesday coming up in Allen County on November 8th. Then in Barron County, We have what we're calling Workforce Wednesday, because that was the day of the week that we were able to get it arranged for. But that is November 16th for Barron County job seekers and businesses in that region. If you're interested in any of these, again, you can go to our Facebook page, go to our website, and we have a calendar of events, and all of these things are listed there. And finally, we have our network, the job fair for new Americans that Anna mentioned. So again, you know, we've created Facebook events for all these things because we firmly believe that has become the best way to communicate with people as far as getting the word out. So all of these things are on Facebook as well as on our calendar. And if you are new to this meeting, you can join the community partner team if you are not already a member. On our webpage, on the partner tab, you just click I'm interested and you fill out a short form, and we will give you instructions on how to be part of this effort. And I'll just say, I'm just pumped to see more and more people in person and also virtually. The fact that we are all working together and having conversations and trying to address things collaboratively, I mean, that's a big deal. And I'm just happy to see numbers going up. So what needs might you have? Is there any specific issues or concerns you have that someone in this room or in this meeting might be able to help with?
I'm the program manager. My name is Laura Torres. I'm the program manager for Commonwealth Quarters. And we offer a 16-week online live interactive web development course. We are actively accepting applications for a new cohort beginning in January. So what I need, or what I would like from all of you, is some support with referrals as far as students 18 and older. Adults 18 and older to apply at commonwealthquarters.com to complete a no obligation interest form. And I will get in contact with them and explain the program a bit further. And hopefully enroll them for the class. The class basically prepares students to develop websites, online web development user experience. When students are done with the course, they should be able to enter the workforce as junior web developers. So I ask for your support in this initiative, please. Again, commonwealthquarters.com. Thank you.
All right, very good.
Leslie? Can I
Yes.
jump in here?
Absolutely.
I just have to say that they do a phenomenal job. This is Debbie with Live the Proof, and they created a website for us, and it's livetheproofinc.com. So if you'd like to see the level of professionalism that they've done, go there. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I had to put that plug in there.
Thank you, Debbie. Love it.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Laura. I know.
All right.
Hey, this is Elizabeth Robinson with Job Corps. I also wanted
Yes.
to reiterate to you all that we're actually having a graduation tomorrow, and we have several graduating from our program, including like computer technology, office administration, welding, urban forestry, and carpentry. We have, and this is for students ages 16 to 24, but two of our people are actually, they're graduating in urban forestry, and they are becoming game wardens. One of these
wow.
people, yes, one of these people were actually part of the homelessness community around here before joining Job Corps. So I just wanted to let you all know that if you all happen to have anybody that you believe could be in this age range and meet, they can be part of the New America any type of low income along with homelessness. We were more than happy to assist in any way we can.
That's great. Congratulations too. Those are impressive credentials and good numbers. So
Oh, we're very impressed with quite a few of our kids, and I think that we have 2 or 3 also going to the military as well. So we're tickled.
very good. All right, the next slide. I'm trying to remember what Brian says when he shows this slide, and I'm drawing a blank. But this is the internal employment tracking sheet that we share. If you do not have access to that, let me know after the meeting or make a comment in chat so Jessica can make note of that. And this is a sheet that, we share internally to help each other learn about job opportunities that might work for our customers. I will also share that the interns that are working through My Workforce Future, they are finishing up on the training directory tab on the board website. The next task that will be given to them is to take this sheet and turn it into a searchable directory. So, Excel's great, but Excel's ugly and can be messy. And I like searching and results popping up and not having to sort and filter and all that. So that is another piece of big news. So any questions or comments about this sheet before we get into our presentations?
Leslie, what I'll add is this sheet has more information than the standard flyer.
Absolutely.
That's the value add for anybody that wants to look at it. We're trying to put on there the details that employers tell us that aren't necessarily within there. So that is why it should be of interest to you to want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times employer flyers are lacking. And they also, some of this information, if someone is, is reentry friendly or New American friendly, that's vital information to have when working with our customers.
Leslie, Debbie left the chat requesting to give access for the employer tracker spreadsheet.
Okay, all right. I will make note of that. So this month's topic is partners providing services to veterans, and we are fortunate enough to have multiple presenters. So I'm going to watch Tom to try to keep us on track. But thank you all for agreeing to present. We will dive in with Danielle. Danielle, she's so excited to go first. If you don't mind to hand her that mic. Oh, you got one? Okay, all right.
Do I need to stand up there or can I?
No, you're fine
Okay.
where you are, and you just let me know and I can click.
Okay,
You just tell me
perfect.
when to click.
So my name is Danielle Rice. I am a Soldier and Family Readiness Specialist with the Kentucky National Guard. Basically, we are resource people for all members of the military from any component. So it doesn't just have to be the Kentucky National Guard. It can be National Guard in general, Air Guard, Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, everybody. And we help veterans, service members, their families, and survivors. Our program right now there's 10 of us across the state. So even if you have a veteran that comes to you and they may not be from our region, or they have family that's outside of our region that might need assistance, I can pass you on to the correct. I can pass you on to the right server. Okay. If you'll go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So we have a few essential services that are listed, for our jobs. We do much more than this. Not only are we responsible for assisting families, we're also responsible for readiness of our National Guard units. So me personally, I have over 1,100 National Guard men and women that I'm responsible for and their families. So I go to their weekend trainings and brief them on things like job opportunities, any type of programs that we have going on, events, things like that. And then I meet with them on an individual basis to just check in, make sure everything's going okay. But things that we can assist with. So financial assistance, if they cannot pay their mortgage or their rent, or they need food, pretty much anything when it comes to like basic need financial assistance. We have a couple different grants that are available. So we just work with them on whatever they may need and walk them through the process of getting that assistance that they need. Legal assistance. So I cannot give legal advice. Unfortunately, I did not go to law school. So we just provide them with resources out in their community that they can use. ID cards, the DEARS system is basically the system that every person in uniform has to be enrolled in. It's their way of keeping track of accountability. So we know their status in the military. It has their family members included, children, any dependents. So that would be a spouse or a child. And that's how they get their ID cards. That's how it tracks their insurance. So that's very important. There are multiple ID card offices in the state, in the Commonwealth. So they don't necessarily have to go to an active duty base. A lot of times for our older generation veterans, it's difficult to get on post, figure out where they're supposed to go. Not only that, but now they have to make an appointment online. So if you get an elderly veteran that needs to update something with the ID card, just send them to me. I will help them make an appointment no matter where it is in the Commonwealth. I can get online and do that for them. It just really just adds that personal touch so they don't feel disconnected and confused, and it's so overwhelming for them. So send them to me. I'm happy to help with that. There is one ID card office here in Bowling Green at the National Guard Armory. So that's on 920 Morgantown Road. So if you have anybody that needs an ID card updated or needs a new ID card, anything like that, just send them over to the National Guard Armory. Next slide, please. So TRICARE is the military health insurance. So I assist people with getting enrolled, making sure that their families are covered. Sometimes we can assist with premiums if they're struggling to pay those premiums. Any challenging claim denials, which happens quite often. So I work with TRICARE very closely. Crisis intervention and referral. So this would be anything where it's a danger to our service members or our veterans or their families. Or if something happens to one of our National Guardsmen, while they're serving in the National Guard. So, one time I had a service member that fell off a roof and broke his back. So I helped him, get some of the resources that he needed. There's grants and traumatic injury insurance, all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of walked them through the process to help with those medical bills. And then the Red Cross emergency assistance. So the American Red Cross, amazing, amazing, amazing organization. They really help our military families. So anytime a military member is on active duty service, so they can be at their annual training in the summer for 2 weeks, they can be deployed overseas, they can be deployed within our continental United States. In order to get them home, if there's an emergency back home with their family, there's a death or a severe illness, sometimes birth of a child. If they get lucky, they get to come home for that. The family has to go through the American Red Cross. They call the call center and then they send the message to wherever the service member is anywhere in the world. I've made this call before. The Red Cross is amazing. And I'm just so thankful that they have this service, because without them, there's so many service members that would miss monumental moments while they're deployed serving our country. Really important resource.
I had no idea that
Yeah, it's
that's how that
outstanding.
happened.
Yes,
That's amazing.
it is. It's amazing that they can find them in all these random places. So we also have soldier and family readiness groups. These are just groups that support our different units within the National Guard. And we welcome anyone that, supports our military. If you want to, become part of our group, each unit has their own soldier and family readiness group, and then we just do nice things for our service members. So during the summer, we might have a family day with inflatables and food and all that. And then Christmas dinner, they normally have all the families come in and eat lunch with their service member in the unit, and Santa comes and there's presents, and it's amazing. So anybody that's interested in that, just let me know. Next slide, please.
Back on the Red Cross thing real quick. The Red Cross is the only way to get a service member to be able to come home if there's an emergency also.
Yes.
For them, they have to get a hold of the unit. That's the only way they're going to let the service member come home.
Yep, they have to have that.
I mean, that's blown me away. I just always assumed it was done by the unit or, whatever.
Yeah, it's just amazing to me because so I was previously married to a National Guardsman, and his father was ill and he was in Iraq transitioning back to Kuwait. And I made that phone call. They called him, they had him on an airplane, and he was home like within a day and a half. So to be able to spend time with his father as he was going through the end of life process. So it's outstanding. So it's a really great thing. So this is a list of all of the surfers, and then our lead surfer, Miss Kelly Loring. If you call any of these numbers, somebody will be happy to answer your phone call and help you. Currently, our Lexington office and our Frankfurt office are vacant. So if you know of someone that wants to work for the Department of the Army, it's a federal job, GS9. So they can go to usajobs.gov. So if they also need help with a federal resume, because that's obviously a lot more in-depth and lengthy than a normal resume, please let me know. I have plenty of resources for that. And then also our 1-800 number at the bottom. This rings to all of our phones, all of our office phones, all of our cell phones. So if you have like an emergency situation, maybe you get somebody's house burnt down or something, and maybe most people are out of the office because it's a holiday. We have that occasionally. Go ahead and call that 1-800 number and somebody will answer the phone to help you out. So, but that is all I have. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay, why don't we wait until the end of each presentation? That way we've got them all in one place.
Perfect.
But thank you, Danielle.
Yes,
very, very
thank
much.
you.
All right, I can't remember who we've got up next. Let's see. It looks like it is Kent. Kent, Director of Military Student Services at WKU. So Kent, you ready for me to take it away?
Yes, you can. You can
All
go
right.
the first slide or the next one. So thank you all for having me today. I'm Kent Johnson, Director of Military Student Services at Western Kentucky University. I've been in this role since 2011. And so I've really gotten to know a lot of the resources in this community and everything. So I want to thank you all for what you all do as well, because that's important to our student success. So a little bit about who we are and who we serve. As I mentioned, we're a student support office, so we provide them with several specific things that they need in regards to help accessing their federal tuition assistance benefits, to help pay for school, GI Bill benefits, those kind of things. We help in a few other specific ways, but in general, we are a dedicated point of contact for anyone that served in the military. So speaking on who we serve, we help those that are currently serving, like active duty, Guard, and Reserve. We also help veterans that have been in the military but are out of the military now, and children and spouses of people that are serving or have served. So we also include them in our military connected family. Next slide, please. Okay, so I've already mentioned, but some of the specific ways we help with their tuition assistance program. So if you know anyone that's currently serving in the military, they likely have a tuition assistance benefit that can help pay for training or education at schools that are approved to receive those benefits. So most of your state schools, a lot of private schools, as long as they have a signed MOU with the DoD and they're in good standing, they can accept that. So it's a great benefit for service members. It pays $250 per credit hour. So at WKU, we want to honor that and also honor their service. So we lower their tuition rate to $250 per credit hour, which is a great resource because that means if they have that tuition benefit, they're not paying out of pocket for their tuition. But we also extend that if they ran out of benefits, we want to still give that to them. So if you know anyone currently serving active duty, guard, or reserve, then we can offer them that rate. And that's for undergraduate and graduate as well. So it's really, especially at the graduate level.
And do you know, like, what is the normal rate per credit hour?
For graduate, I think it's what, 7 something 9. It's quite a bit. So like
Yes.
right now for undergrad for 12 hours, it's $5,500 and something dollars, I think, for in-state, and for a active duty or guard or reserve, it'd be 3,000. So
Yeah, so it's a
significant.
big discount for
Yes,
sure.
yes. Next slide, please. We also have a free textbook lending program that started in our office. There are a few other institutions that have similar programs, but as far as we know, we're proud to have one of the largest. It's a great benefit. I've had the privilege of watching this grow from just a few, maybe 25 books that were donated by students to over almost 4,000 books that we have now. We also have money in a foundation account where community members and agencies will donate to us to help purchase books for eligible service members and veterans. The great thing about this is that we help students that are local, but we also ship these all over the world. So a lot of our online service members can have access to these books. We ship them to APO, FPO addresses, things like that. Oh yeah, that's right. You have. So it's an extra way. So they have a lower tuition, but it also helps them because books can be expensive. So
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
So we're and this was a student, it's kind of a partnership between the student veteran organization on campus and our previous director. So it was kind of a student initiated thing, which is very, very awesome as well. Next slide, please. And then, as I mentioned, we just offer general student support. So we have specific ways we help them with their education benefits, but also we want to be there at the end of the day for anything they need. And that's why we love partnering with other organizations, because we understand student support. If they don't have food, if they don't have good housing, if they don't have employment, a lot of these are veterans and service members have families. So there's a lot on their mind other than just their education. So if we can connect with community resources to help in those ways, we try to do that so we can connect those students to those resources. We have a student veteran organization on campus. That's it's a chapter of the National Student Veterans of America, a great organization. And then CANDO, can't talk too long without talking about CANDO, with him being up there. He's a great asset for our university, and we love having him. He's a great member of our family up there. He's an animal assisted therapy, but basically what he does is he provides opportunity for students to sit with him, pet him, de-stress if they're having a hard day, if it's a veteran on an anniversary of something, things like that. He can provide that assistance. So we're very lucky to have him.
So is he there at your office normally, or?
He's kind of an old man now. He's turning 11 this year, so he's on a semi-retirement. We have him like 2 days a week, but we definitely he's well utilized when he is there, and he does hang out in our office. So
He looks like Sweetie.
yes, we're lucky to have. Next slide, please. So we also have a GI Bill office up at WKU that's separate from our office, but we work really well together. They're the ones that help with certifying GI Bill benefits to in-state tuition. So anyone that's a child or spouse of a veteran or the veteran themselves can get in-state tuition at Western Kentucky University if they're coming here for face-to-face classes, regardless of how long they've been in the state. So they help with that. And then the KDVA has an excellent program, a waiver program for children and spouses of 100% permanently and totally disabled service-connected Kentucky veterans. They might be able to go to school for free through a tuition waiver program. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. Next slide, please. And then anywhere, WKU has regional campuses. So we're at E-Town, Fort Knox, Owensboro, Glasgow. We have something at Somerset that's not up here. But really anywhere you go, we have dedicated people at all those campuses that can support military connected students and are knowledgeable to do that. So definitely reach out if you know people in those areas. Or if you want to know the points of contact, just get with me and I'll be sure to link you up with them. Next slide, please. Veterans Upperbound, I wanted to save some time to talk about them real quick. They are an excellent resource for this region. If you haven't looked up Veterans Upperbound, be sure to look them up. They are a free resource for eligible veterans, and so they're grant funded. They're a federal a TRIO program. So they are limited geographically by who they can serve. So they can serve Warren County and the surrounding counties, but they can serve this region here, but they've also just rewritten their grant and were re-awarded, and they've expanded that. So I don't know the specifics yet on that, but I think they are expanding to Hardin County and a few of the other counties. So be on the lookout for that, because what they do is they get veterans that are eligible for the program ready for school. They set them up for success. So we do similar things, but they have specific like tutoring resources. The other good thing about them is for all the partners here is that they don't just help veterans go to WKU, even though they're housed here with WKU and Bowling Green. They can help them go to KCTCS schools, training at tech schools, all kinds of places all across the US that can help them, and it's free. So I'm a product of that. That's how I came to WKU, and I can't say enough good things about them. I've got a brochure for the people here in the office, and then that's their website for those online. Next slide, please. We also have a great ROTC program. So if you know anyone that's in the high school system that wants to, or actually they have National Guard members as well. So it could be a previous service member, prior service, or someone that's still in the service. They might be eligible to go officer through the Army ROTC program. A lot of scholarships, ways to pay for school. And we also are a partner school with Tennessee State for the Air Force ROTC program.
It's like Big Red's flexing there.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely showing out. Next slide, please. Okay, so I didn't have a whole lot there. I didn't want to get into too many details on specific programs and things like that, but I just wanted to highlight that at the end of the day, if you know someone that needs to get some educational training for employment or for personal reasons, or just for any kind of goal that they have, that if it involves higher education, be sure to reach out to me. I'd be glad to help them. Even if they're not interested in WKU, we'd love to connect them with Veterans Upperbound, other resources and things like that. So I just appreciate being here today, and thank you.
Very good. And I've written down your app stuff so we can follow you on.
Okay. Yeah, well, I try to share as well. So
Well,
we'll
thank
do that.
you. Thank you, Ken.
You're welcome.
And we'll move on to our final,
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's just key takeaway.
yeah, we'll just take those at the very end. Okay. Our final presenter, Tony.
Well, good morning. I'm Tony Gramano. I'm part of the Jobs for Veterans State Grant Program here in Kentucky. My part is the veterans employment side of the house. I have a counterpart. Well, I'm supposed to have a counterpart where it's kind of vacant right now, but that takes care of disabled veterans with their barriers to employment. We are here to help them get through their barriers to employment and get them employed locally for the most part. Next slide, please. We're federally funded by the Department of Labor. I lost my train of thought, sorry. Hiring staff to provide individualized career and training related services to veterans and eligible persons. That also includes spouses of veterans, as long as they have a discharge that is not dishonorable. We can help them and get them into employment, get them through their barriers, whether it be homelessness or they need some, clothing or rides, anything like that. We have a plethora of resources to help with that. Next slide, please. I'll just quickly go over to Disabled Veterans Outreach Program. That's just because it's up there. But we don't have one here now, but I can still get people in touch with somebody who can help with this. We can get them set up with a VA rep to get their service-connected disabilities taken care of. If they're experiencing homelessness, if they were discharged within the last 3 years, a lot of younger soldiers that went in, did 3-4 years, got out. If they don't have a GED, now we're going back to Vietnam era veterans who were drafted without their GED and they want to get their GED, we can help them get that set up. Low income at poverty line, doesn't matter. For my job as a local veteran employment rep, my job is basically as a liaison between the veteran and the employer. A lot of what I do is help the veteran skip the middleman of applicant tracking systems that may kick them out of the system because they don't have their resume worded right. What I'll do is I will get directly with the HR manager, send them a resume, or call them up and explain the situation with them, and they will usually give me an idea of what to do with them, or they're going to call them, or have them apply, or whatever the deal is. Most of the employers I work with will usually call the veteran within a day to set up an appointment or tell them what they need to do so they can get them interviewed and get them through the employment process and put them ahead of line of other people. In every state in the country has some of us. There are currently 10 in the state of Kentucky. So anywhere in the state of Kentucky, if you have somebody in Hazard County, in Hazard, Kentucky, that needs help, that's a veteran, and you can't find anybody, please contact me. I will get you in touch with that person or whoever I need to get them whatever help they need employment wise. Next slide. Hilton Honors Program is a service that is, we're in partner with the Hilton. And what happens is if you have somebody that is in one end of the state, needs to come over, say, to Louisville for a job, but they don't have enough money for a hotel, the Hilton will put them up in the hotel for up to 3 nights to get them through an interview or whatever they're there for. It works out great for them. Priority of service basically states that if they come into a Kentucky Career Center, if a veteran comes into a Kentucky Career Center or spouse, and there is a job opportunity, not a job opportunity, but training opportunity, for instance, that it's between the veteran and someone who's a non-veteran. Priority service usually means that the veteran is going to get that training over a non-veteran. Doesn't always happen that way, just because different qualifications, but they get the priority service to be looked at first on that. Next. Any questions? Quick and painless, promise you.
All right, and not just Tony, let's open this up for Danielle and Kent as well. Anyone have any questions regarding their services that they provide for veterans?
I will say this, that in our area right now, there are several opportunities available job-wise with a lot of manufacturers in town. They're wanting people left and right, and they love to hire veterans. And we can get them in, I can get them in a job inside of a week in most cases. So if you know anybody that needs one, please let me know and I will get them set up.
All right, very good.
The openings that you've got with your organization, do you need to be a veteran to be able to qualify for those?
No, ma'am.
positions?
I'm a civilian. I've never served in the military, so there is veteran preference, so they'll look at the veteran first, but in some cases, there aren't veterans that apply, so yes.
Thank you.
All right, well, moving forward, we're at 10:18, so doing good. Before Brian left this morning, I threw out an idea to him because he has our December topic as, to be determined. But here's one I wanted to throw out to you all. I think December would be an amazing month for each of us to share a success story. And that is our whole meeting, is sharing different success stories. We need to keep it to one. We need to keep it short, but I think that, especially when you start getting into the Christmas season, you really want to reflect on your year and you really want to think about, the good in this world. And I think that would be a fantastic topic. What I am working on is an easy way to submit that, where you can just fill out your information and hit submit. So that way you don't have to worry about sending a bunch of emails or anything like that. And that should be ready the first part of next week. And so I can have Frank send that out to everyone on the partner team list. You can upload a story and a photo, and it will be shared during the meeting. One thing to note is that the meetings are recorded. I publish them to a private YouTube channel, but if you go to the community partner page, you can watch the meetings. So if you do get a photo of a participant, you need to make sure that they know that they're aware of that. And photos aren't required, but I do encourage them if the person's willing, because to me, it makes the story more real. So is that agreeable to everyone for December?
Yes.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. All right. See what else. I guess that is all she wrote. Stop share. There we go. Any closing thoughts? I have learned quite a bit with our three presenters today. I'm very appreciative of what they're doing, and I think it's critical that we support our veterans. Absolutely. So I'm very appreciative of what you all are doing and how you're helping those who have served. So anything else from the crowd?
I have a question, Leslie.
Yes.
For Priscilla. She is with Passport One Stop. Could she tell me a little bit about Passport One Stop?
Yes, Passport Health Plan is one of the Medicaids. There's 6 Medicaid providers, MCOs for the state, and we are one of those. And I serve all Medicaid Region 4 in South Central Kentucky, from McCory County to Logan and Butler. I come to Simpson. If you will put your information in the chat and email, I will send you lots of information, okay?
Excellent. Thank you, Priscilla. I really appreciate that.
Great. Thank you.
And just a reminder too, if you are a member of the community partner team, we do have a directory on our private page. So if there's someone you're like, oh, I really want to get that person's information, it's right there. So that's something that we've included as well. All right.
Remember, we're taking applications for Commonwealth quarters. The new classes begin January 2023. It's a 16-week online program, interactive. And we help with resumes, we help with LinkedIn profiles, and we help with job placement after graduation. So commonwealthquarters.com. Thank you.
And Laura is very dedicated because, as you can see, she's not even on this planet right now. And that conveys her level of dedication to the program. So thank you. Thank you from outer space, Laura. We appreciate your efforts. All right. Do a little spacewalk for us. All right. Well, if we have nothing further, we will stop there. The recording of the meeting will be available on our website, and I will also be having Frank send out a link so you can submit your client success story for December. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that would be a wonderful meeting. So,
One more thing. John had to take off for another meeting. He wanted to thank everybody for being here. He asked me to thank everybody for it. So like, just, if he wanted me to, I did it.
all right, good job. Yes, we have that on the record. So thank you, Tony. All right, thank you all. Have a good day. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you. in
Bye,
December.
everybody. Okay.